Hey guys, it's Sharmis Idris here from Charmed Bath & Body, and today's video will be about where I got my UPC codes, how I generated my barcodes, and a little bit of information about SKUs. So stay tuned. So this video is really kind of a follow-up to my product label video, which I will add in the cards above. But under that video, I had a couple people ask me how I made my barcode and put it on my product label. So I figured I'd make a video about it. But before you can make a barcode, you have to have the code, which in this case would be a UPC code because we are selling in retail, and that is the code you would use. Well, I can only speak for the United States. So in the US, that's the code you would use for retail. So let me just show you an example. So on this coffee bean package, can you see that maybe? I don't know. But there's a barcode here. But under there is a 12-digit unique code, which is a UPC code. And UPC stands for Universal Product Code. And a Universal Product Code, UPC code, is just used to identify the product for retailers and for yourself as well. So that product has a unique UPC code, and I don't mean just the brand, I mean that exact product. So if you are selling, let's say, a small, medium, and large t-shirt, let's say all white, small, medium, large, you will have to have 3 different UPC codes, one for the small, one for the medium, and one for the large. And if you are selling 2 large t-shirts, but one is red and one is blue, you will have to have 2 different UPC codes for that. So just for kind of a visual representation, I have 4 different bath salts here. And these 2 are 4 ounce and these 2 are 8 ounce. And they need different UPC codes because they are different sizes. But this one is eucalyptus and this one is rose. And they also need 2 different UPC codes because they are different scents. So all 4 of these, because they are different scents, different sizes, they are different variations of a bath salt, they need UPC codes. So this will be 4 UPC codes, which kind of hope I didn't confuse you there. But if you have any questions, just message me or put in the comments below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So where do you get your UPC codes? The one database that I would have to recommend would be GS1 because it is the global database for UPC codes, but there are some other websites that I will go over later, which I have actually used myself. But with GS1, which I will put the website below, along with other websites and other reading materials that could help you a little bit further. But GS1 is, like I said, the global universal database for these UPC codes, and they are the trusted source basically. So that's where, you know, Walmart gets theirs from, and well, if you're selling in Walmart, that's where you would have to get yours from, and Macy's and Target and big old retailers like that. And GS1 is kind of a one-stop shop, so mostly this video will be about the other places, but with GS1 you can get your codes, they will generate your barcodes, and you can also just put in your title of your product and also like the description, and then whoever uses the GS1 database will be able to read it. So Walmart, if you scan it, they'll be able to read what type of product it is. But I didn't go that route. I went the cheaper route because GS1, in order to get 10 UPC codes from them, you will have to spend $250 with a $50 annual renewal fee. And at the time of me buying my first 10 UPC codes, I did not have that money. And I was not trying to get into Walmart or any big retailer like that. I was just trying to make my labels look a little bit better. I guess one day, if I do decide to go after a big retailer, I will change them and will buy them from GS1, which I recommend, but I did not do. So let's get into some of these other places where you can buy your UPC codes. So I have used the company InstantUPCcodes, and I have used these codes on Amazon because when you sell on Amazon, you do need UPC codes, which is a whole nother video that I can make, but that's not this video. So, but I have used my UPC codes on Amazon and they have not flagged me, and I've been able to use them because on Amazon you have to use legit codes. So the 10 codes that I got from them were legit. So that's all I can vouch for. But there are 3 other companies that I have researched and heard great things about. And so the first one would be UPC Bay, and that's BAY. The second one is Barcodes Mania, and the last one is Nationwide. And like I said, all of the websites will be below, but I have just used Instant UPC codes. I bought 10 for $15, no renewal fee. They sent them to me instantly in an email and an Excel document. So it had the UPC codes, and then in another column they had the EAN codes, which is for Europe, but my codes really just had a 0 in front of the regular codes because the EAN code is a 13-digit code instead of the UPC, which would be a 12-digit code. But I don't think I'll be selling in Europe anytime soon, so I'm probably not going to use those. So now let's get into barcodes. There are different types of barcodes. There are 2 main different styles of barcode, which would be 1D and 2D. So for 1D barcodes, there are plenty of different subcategories. So there's UPA, code 128, yep, and then code 39, and then UPCE. I only know about UPCA because that is the code we will use. And then in the 2D barcodes, there are QR codes, which you scan with your iPhone camera and like a website comes up or an app comes up. And then there are the PDF 417 barcodes, which are like the ones on the back of your ID card. And then there are also Aztec barcodes, which are on like your boarding pass for your plane ticket or train ticket or whatever. But yeah, we're only talking about UPCA codes today. So in order to generate your barcode from the UPC code that you have purchased, let's go into my computer so that I can show you what website I use. So first, I just wanted to show you guys an example of what my Excel document looks like with my UPC codes. So when I got them from Instant UPC Codes, I did already have these 2 columns with 10 UPC codes going down. So I have my UPC and my EAN. And in my case, the 0 was just right in front to make it the 13-digit number. And then I also added these 2 columns here just for my own records. So I have the item, and then I have the SKU that I created for my shop for this one item. So this is my rose clay mask. So I did CBB Charmed Bath and Body, clay mask, CM, rose clay, and then this is the 2 ounce. So I just did a 2. Of course, you can just create your own, and I will discuss that further a little bit later. But first, I'm just going to copy this here, my UPC code, and then I'm going to go to barcode.tech-it.com. And as you can see, this barcode generator has a lot of different barcodes. So you have your QR codes. I think someone asked me about that as well. And then your UPC code is where we're going to go. I'm going to go to UPCA. And then I'll just paste. And then I just click off. And as you can see, there is my UPC code. And then you can change how you want to download it. So I download it as a PNG, just so that I can put it on my label. You can also rotate it there too, but I would just do that when I'm putting it on my label. So download. So I have downloaded my UPC code, and then I'm just going to place it on my label. Just like that. And if you do need help making labels, I do have 2 videos on how to make labels and what needs to be put on your cosmetic label. and I'll put those in the cards above. So one last thing, I know that I may get like one question about SKUs and what's the difference between a UPC code and a SKU, and I found someone who stated it, which actually is QuickBooks.com. They state that SKU numbers are unique to individual retailers, whereas UPC codes are used universally and remain constant for a product no matter which retailer is selling it. So I have my own SKUs. So say for this bath salt here, it is my brand, so I just put CBB, which Charmed Bath and Body, and then I put dash, and then I put bath salt, so BS dash RO, which Rose. So that's my SKU for this, but if I sell it to a retailer, they'll have their own SKU, just like Home Depot will have a different SKU from Lowe's, but they will have the same UPC number on it because of the barcode. So the same barcode and the same UPC, but you can make your own SKU number, which however you track it, it can be numbers, it could be a mixture of numbers and letters. It's whatever you want, honestly. I just try to do a system that works best for me because I do have different businesses, so I have different SKUs. So I start all my SKUs with CBB. But yeah, that is all. So I truly hope this did not confuse you more, and if it did, just feel free to message me on Instagram, on my personal Instagram, not my business one, on my personal Instagram, or just put the question below in the comments and I will do my best to answer. And if I left anything out and you know better than I do, put that in the comments below too, because I don't know everything. I just know how I do things and, you know, what I research. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Bye.